Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Abraham Lincoln High School for the final regular season home softball game of the season. Abraham Lincoln going to take on the Erasmus Dutchwomen. I'm Peter Andrus. With me today, your ever competent announcer, Seal Mancebo, who has recorded the last couple of games. They're going to be coming up on our YouTube channel very soon. And we are just getting underway here. First batter up for Erasmus. Erasmus coming in with a record of 4-8. Lincoln sitting pretty up at, I think it's 11-2. Lincoln took the win in the earlier game in the season at Erasmus by a obscene score of something like 35-2 as Iron Lincoln on the mound throws her first strike of the game. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss for a strike at bat. Believe this is number 3. It's hard to tell because she's got long hair covering her number, but number 3 is Sajada Garnett. Whoop. That one chases her off the mound, but it does allow us to see that it is, in fact, number 3. So
it worked in our favor.
That's right. And that's going to be a walk for the first batter. Erasmus gets one on. No outs here in the first. Now batting is number 29. This should be Orlicia McBean. Runner goes at second, and they'll slide into the second baseman. And she's stolen her way all the way to third.
Why wasn't that counted?
Which?
When number 3 slid into Genesi.
If the base runner is in the way, I'm sorry, if the fielder is in the way of the base runner, it's not considered a foul or a penalty of any kind if she ends up hitting into her.
Oh. Okay.
If the base runner goes at all out of her way to hit her, then absolutely she's going to get called out. But as the second base person was standing directly on the plate and in the way, sliding into her isn't considered against the rule. This is still McBean at bat. She fouls that one away. Looks like she almost hit it from behind the way she swung around.
McBean makes it to first base. Up to bat is number 25, Renaya Pridgeon.
And the runner at first is going to steal second. Podolsky very smartly doesn't try to make the throw because it's really just a draw play trying to bring that runner home from third. And she hits that one to second. It's going to drop. 1 run will score. 2 runs score. And on the bad throw to the pitcher, Pridgeon's going to make her way to second. So already, this is definitely not the E-Hall team they saw earlier in the season. As this is a team that definitely knows how to generate runs. Cleanup batter at the mound now is Leah Padilla.
I feel like once you play a team twice, like by the second time, you learn the other team that you're gonna play against.
And there's just a little blooper in the infield. It's good for a single and it's good for an RBI. Padilla puts up the 3rd run. So Lincoln, of course, Gonna come out and have a little conversation, try to get Iron Lincoln to settle down a little bit. Talk her up, get her confidence back up. And coming up to the plate for Erasmus is number 9. We don't have a number 9 from our PSAL roster, so she will be a mystery player.
Our John Doe of the day.
One of 3 possible. She could be Charlene Anderson, she could be Zareya Rosado, or Michaela Whitaker.
You can play Jeopardy music, but, you know.
Yeah. She's got to be one of those 3, or else E-Hall's got to forfeit this game. PSAL rosters must include all players playing.
Whoa.
And she hits that one. It's going to roll into the outfield and right. It's a base hit. Runners advance.
Caught everyone by surprise.
Probably one of the loudest cracks of the bat we've gotten to hear in quite some time. And that's bringing up number 33. This is Zareya Rosado, so you can take her off the list of possibles as for the last batter. I used context clues and figured out what the team members were yelling when she was walking to the plate. Rosado takes strike 1. Podolski's going to drop that one. The player's going to be safe at third and the steal at second as well. Full count, 3-2. 2 in scoring position. Rosado wants to bring them home. And it's just a bit outside. And the bases are loaded with a walk. That's strike 1 to number 13, Anila Fontanelle. And she pops that up in the direction of second base. The throw will be not in time. It's a single and 1 run scores.
Did you see that the runner on second, her helmet flew off?
She was just running that quickly.
It went pop, just wham.
Second warning to the Erasmus team about throwing a bat. Ump is threatening to call them out the next time it happens. And Podolsky doesn't hold on to that ball as it came in, and the steal gives Erasmus 5 runs on the board. Tough first inning for Iron Lincoln. Puts that back in play at Iron. She's unable to pick it up. And the runner's gonna be safe at third. Bases loaded. That was Tessa DeRozan. Apologize, we weren't able to see the number on her jersey until now that she's on first.
Is there like a specific rule with throwing bats, or is it just out of courtesy?
No, there is a rule. You're not allowed to throw the bat when you're running to first. And the umpire can give as many warnings as he likes, but now that he's given 2, they won't get a third. And this is number 11, Isis Montgomery, at the plate for Erasmus. Two and one, the count to Montgomery. Bases loaded, no outs. That one's fouled to the backstop. Count even, 2 and 2. Ump calls it too high, 3 and 2, full count, no outs, bases loaded. Isis Montgomery at the plate. And that one's going to be away. It'll walk in another run. And that's going to bring up the top of the lineup, Sajada Garnett, who started the inning with a walk. And there's a strike to Garnett. Outside, 1-1. Hit hard to the outfield. Throw to second, not in time. 2 runs will score. It's a 2 RBI single for Sajada Garnett. And that'll bring up Orlesia McBean. And the runner tried to go to third, and she gets tagged for the first out of the inning. Podolsky is fired up. She absolutely sent a bullet down to third to make that out. And that's a strike as the runner steals second.
That's the second out.
Strikeout for McBean. And that should bring up Renaya Pridgeon. The first hit of the game with a 2 RBI single at the back earlier in the inning. And that single would, of course, get her all the way back to all the way up to second on a misplaced throw back to the pitcher. One and one, the runner goes. Podolsky looks and decides she's not going to make the play. Not worth risking another run. So Garnett is safe at third. Hit to the second baseman, who drops it and then overthrows first. So now the runner's going to second. They overthrow second, but she thinks better of going to third. So once again, Pridgeon with a single and an overthrow sends her to second. And she has 3 RBIs on the day. And there's a strike to Leah Padilla. And another one gets away from Podolsky. Runner safe at third.
Oh, it goes in the field house. Yes. The JV one, not the big one, not the varsity. You have to keep
And Lincoln will take care of that herself, sends it over to first, and gets the final out of the inning.
Where the bathrooms are. Yes.
So a very painful inning for the Railsplitters. Definitely not the way they wanted to start their last home game of the season. But now they take to the plate. They've got 9 runs to make up, which sounds like a lot, but for right now, the team just needs to keep in mind that the last time they faced Erasmus, they won 33-2 or 35-2. So their offense should be capable here.
Hey, is he still there?
Mr. A, do you want to hear about my pet rock?
Sure, I've got nothing else going on right now.
All right, so I have my pet rock, Rocky, and I left it when I went to go to Texas on my balcony, and it's like small and flat. I came home this morning at 1 a.m. to find out that my pet rock flew to the river in front of me. So
Your rock can fly.
my rock can fly, but it's no more. I have no more pet rocks. The other one vanished.
Is it flying or is it falling with style?
I like to think it went with style, because if not, I'm going to have a funeral for it. It's very sad. I miss my pet rock.
You can say that. Sure. So now let me ask you something. There was a fly ball. And there was no out. And why was it
It's very windy today.
It's the only thing keeping the temperature down, so I'm going to take it as a win. We even have the fan turned on underneath our laptop to make sure it stays cool.
I just felt it. That's nice.
There have been seasons out here where it's too warm for the equipment to operate if we don't put up some sort of shade. This week has really been the only one we've had to worry about that with.
Why is it going to go really high?
Just the weeks leading up to this have all stayed in the 50s and low 60s for us by the end of the games. This is the only one where we're sitting here in the 70s.
Oh.
Beautiful weather, don't get me wrong.
It's short weather.
Yeah. Leaving a laptop out in the sun in 70s and 80 degree weather is not the best way to make it operate. Not sure what the holdup is in the transition here. Normally they're much quicker at getting the teams going. There is a 2-hour time limit on these games. It started at about 10 after 4. So somewhere around 6:08, this game ends no matter who's on top.
That's the good thing about it. Once it hits the 2-hour mark, you're like, all right, I'm out. It's done.
The first time we live stream our graduations from Coney Island Amphitheater, and the first time we were going to be doing that, we had a production meeting about a month before, and they asked us if our YouTube channel had been used before, because some schools go with a brand new YouTube channel not realizing that you can't live stream long form videos for the first time with a brand new channel. And they asked, like, are you capable of, live streaming hour-long things? And ironically enough, we had just live streamed a 3.5-hour baseball game the night before. I was able to very much confirm for their tech people that our YouTube channel was up to the task.
If it passes baseball, it can do anything.
So leading off for the Railsplitters, I don't have their lineup in front of me, but if it follows form, it should be Davenay Holmes.
Yeah, number 18, Davenay Holmes.
And she's going to take a walk. That'll bring up Soraya Williams. Nope. And I guess we have an adjustment to the catcher's outfit.
Yeah, she asked me to do what I said. What is she doing? She needs adjustment on the thing. I won't. What's your name? Ebed. E-B-E-I-D. I see you. Thank you.
Is that a rule? When the catcher leaves, the batter has to leave too?
No, generally, if you're given the opportunity to take some time and go talk to your coach, you take it.
Oh.
And the runner goes a little late, but all the same. So Davenay Holmes steals second. Soraya Williams waits for a pitch over the plate. And that one was too high. That one's too low. Runner goes to third, and she's going to make it. Risky one from Holmes there. There was no reason why the play would have been late. Full count to Soraya. Swing and a miss, strike three, but they drop it. And she's going to make it over to first, and the run will score.
Up to bat now is number 23, Isabella Montez.
Runner goes. Look at the speed on Williams. If she decides to steal any of the bases, it's going to be trouble for Erasmus. Williams makes her way to third. The umps want to go confer, and they can't hear each other over the cheering of the softball team on the Lincoln squad.
That's how good we are. Don't want to be biased, but that's how good their chants are.
That's Renaya Pridgeon. She's got 3 RBIs off of 2 singles in the first inning. So doing the work on both offense and defense. Montez is going to take a walk. So runners on the corners. And that one's a foul, so Montez is going to have to come on back.
This is why they wear protective gear. Last game, one of the One of the girls hit the, whoa.
Hit hard to left. It is fair. Soraya Williams is going to score. They're waving Williams around. And it's an in the park home run.
That was well played. I like that.
Manuel, was it the same kid? Coach says he's
One of the games I recorded, Mr. A, one of the girls was pitching, and she pitched a little too hard that it hit the face of one of the umps. Almost got stuck to his gear.
Oh, no. This is Rocky Gibson. I'm sorry, we didn't have the name on the last player. It was number 16.
Oh, that's Alyssa.
So 3-run homer from Alyssa Nazario. My apologies, Alyssa, that we didn't have that ready to call on your play.
Swing and a miss. But she.
It's a strike 3. It's dropped, and they'll make the tag for the out.
Ooh.
First out of the inning for the Railsplitters.
You saw that she dodged it. Well, she tried to.
This brings up number 8, the catcher, Podolsky Carter. And she slams that one down. She wanted that hit. It would easily have been a ball.
Oh.
Podolsky Carter ran the wrong way, and she's going to end up out. She overran first base, which you are allowed to do, but then she ran and turned left, which means she's staying in play. And in doing so, they managed to tag her out. She turned the wrong way. She turned in instead of turning out. Big hit. And it's going to drop for a base hit. She's running to second. And she will be safe. You catch the number of that truck?
22. That's Desiree.
Desiree Holmes with the first double of the game.
Number 24, Allison, a.k.a. Speedy.
Speedy Lopez. No, I'm not going to call her that. That sounds too much like I'm going for Speedy Gonzalez. Hits that one foul. Allison Lopez looking for a way to demonstrate her nickname. Runner goes to third, and she will make it. That is Desiree Holmes making her way almost all the way around. Swing and a miss. It's strike three, and yeah, look at that speed. The drop to strike three. She makes it to first. Holmes makes it home. All right, now I'll call her Speedy.
Up to bat now is number 13, Janasi.
Santiago puts it in play right back to the pitcher, and they make the play at first. And that is how the inning will end. Lincoln trails 9-5 as Iron Lincoln steps to the mound again. She will try to put up a much better second than she had a first. So are you very broken up about this pet rock running away?
Yes, I cried for like 2 minutes. It's all the emotions you'll ever get from me. My pet rock was nice. Rocky was cool.
You have photographs together. Maybe you can make a little video montage, put it to some sad music, and remember Rocky fondly.
No. I just picked it up from upstate. I'll get more.
Rocks, I suppose, are replaceable.
Everyone's replaceable. Don't want to sound super discouraging.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. If you're in Seal's life, don't count on it.
There's always a runner-up. Loud cheering from E Hall, number 9, steps up to bat.
Hey, if you hear a name get yelled with her, let me know.
Definitely will.
I would take a Michaela Whitaker or a Charlene Anderson.
Imagine she comes down.
I think I just heard Michaela, so we're going to call her Michaela.
Imagine she comes down in the comments and it's just like, no, that's not my name. Whoa. That's a foul. Kind of swung it like a tennis racket.
When you want to hit, you do what you have to do. Whitaker 1 for 1 with a single. And she's got to go make an adjustment. I think she's asking for a chin strap for her helmet.
Going back to the way how she swung, that's kind of how I would swing if I was on the team.
I think E Hall may have only come with 4 batting helmets.
Really? How many is like the normal count?
I don't know what you would normally travel with, but 4 covers if your bases are loaded and 1 runner's up. But I noticed that the last time that happened, they then had to trade a helmet in when the next runner came up. So either they only came with 4 or they only came with 4 that everybody likes, and they're all only using the good ones.
That's like me with my Sour Patch socks. Weren't mine at first, but I like them. So I took them.
Yeah, little chopper back to Lincoln. She throws, the play is not in time. Whitaker didn't know, so she dove into first base. I don't know, when I was in Little League, I think they trained us not to dive at first. They told you could get there quicker if you just sprinted out, but I suppose it looks fancier this way. And there's a strike. Whitaker's going. Podolsky just didn't seem to be in any rush to pick that one up. And there's a strike to Zoraia Rosada. And she struck her out. Rosada will go down looking. One away here in the top of the second. That should bring up Anilda Fontanelle, number 13. She had an RBI single back in the first.
What does RBI stand for?
Run batted in. So it means you hit the ball, and because you hit it, somebody from second or third made their way in. Well, somebody from any of the bases, really, but usually it's on second and third.
Oh, that's nice. Sounds very fancy.
It is one of the very much tracked statistics in baseball and softball, because if you are batting runs in, even if you get an out, it means that you are bringing runs in clutch positions.
Like taking one for the team?
Yep, so even a sacrifice fly that brings in a run from third is valuable. One and two the count now to Fontanella. That one's outside. Podolsky did a good job getting behind it. Count even, 2-2. Hit high, it's going to drop. No one will pick it up. So it ends up a base hit. Runner advances to third. 2 singles on the day for Fontanelle. And that'll bring up Tessa DeRozan. DeRozan had a single back in the first. She takes ball 1 here.
What happened there?
I think there was a debate about whether it should be an out based on a thrown bat.
Oh, that would definitely help Lincoln.
But as it stands, it's a single. No play was made because they wanted to make sure the runner didn't come in from third. And this should be Isis Montgomery, the number 9 batter. She puts it in play down the first base line. So they'll get the out, but let in one more run. So that's a good example of where the RBI is going to count on Montgomery's stats, despite her not making it on base.
She took one for the team to make a.
That's it. She is able to generate the run even though she wasn't able to get on base. Chops that one down. Lincoln picks it up, makes the throw. The catch is made for the third out of the inning.
Would the score count?
No. The score doesn't count because the batter who made the hit was the out for the inning.
Wait, what?
So because the play was made at first base,
Yeah.
that batter is considered out, and with them being the third out of the inning, no run can score
After
from
that.
their out.
Oh, okay.
Even if the run scored before the out was technically made, if it's that run, the first base runner that gets out, the run doesn't score.
Okay.
If they had made the play somewhere else, like with a tag, then the run could have scored if the run was made before a tag. But as long as you make a forced out for the play, the run doesn't count.
I hear you in the background. So I'll keep giving the count as much as I can. Appreciate it. Big deal.
So we move to the bottom of the second. Lincoln trails by 5. It was a really tough first inning where they let in 9 runs. They clearly have gotten their defensive prowess a little more centered in the second, and they only let in 1. And now they come with their top of the lineup.
With the past few games, I've been seeing a trend where they put like the tallest person of the team at first base so they can catch the really high throws. It saved them a couple of games.
Yeah, you need a first baseman who's tall in case of an overthrow, and also that height turns into length when they have to reach for a ball that might be thrown short.
I believe it was like last game or 2 games ago where the first baseman actually did the splits catching the ball, which made one of the Lincoln Lady Railsplitters out. Unfortunate, but it was pretty cool.
Actually, I think this is Iron Lincoln at bat. Oh, and she wallops one into right field. Easily gonna be a double. They're gonna send her for third. They're gonna send her home. And it's a home run for Iron Lincoln.
That's really good.
What a great way to start the second inning for her.
That was really nice.
And just like that, Lincoln only trails by 4 again. And that one is hit fair right to the first baseman, though. So Davonay Holmes picks up the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Soraya Williams. Soraya struck out but reached on the drop strike 3 back in the first.
I like it when everybody's getting ready. Like they squat down, kind of like football position, all synced. It's funny to me.
Erasmus practically has a dynasty on football right now, so it's always possible that there's a little crossover from coaching staffs.
Flag football, maybe?
And Williams picks up a walk. Lincoln's got a base runner.
Up to bat, number 23, Isabella Montez.
Belamontes at the plate.
Whoa!
Wallops it to left. That's over everybody's heads. Williams just sat and waited to make sure, but she didn't have to. And they're waving her around. It's a 2-run homer for Isabella Montez.
That was very, very nice. Silently celebrating.
Seal is a little biased towards the team and the player. And this brings up Alyssa Nazario. Nazario was the first home run hitter back in the first.
Ooh. That's the top of the cage. It seems like the batters are now taking advantage of the pitch. Kind of like study them.
There's also something to be said for finding your rhythm. And although there's never really any scientific proof to it, there is a momentum in sports. You as a soccer player know that more than anyone.
I do.
Sometimes your team just has the momentum and suddenly all the pressure is on the other team.
It's like we turned the tide. Every sport is like that. And again.
Nazario wants to put that into play. I think that would have been a walk for her, but she said, no, I want it in the outfield. Put this thing anywhere near me, and I'm going to try to wallop it.
She just wants contact.
And that one's a little too far away for her to reach for. She's going to get a walk. Rocky Gibson swinging a miss, strike one. Nazario steals second. Swinging a miss, strike two. Nazario steals third.
You can see here today that all the parents are rallied up today.
It is senior day for the Railsplitters. Celebrating, I believe it was 6 seniors before the game started.
I believe it was seven.
Dropped strike 3. They make the throw.
Woo.
And
Safe.
she
Ooh.
danced around it, danced around the tag, but didn't jump out of the baseline. They call her safe, and the run scores. 10-9, Lincoln trails by 1.
What a great dance.
And that'll bring up Podolsky Carter. Podolsky Carter had what should have been a single, but she turned the wrong way when she was running to first base, and they tagged her out.
She's safe.
Rocky Gibson safe at second. Carter turns to the right this time. So she'll be safe at first with a single. That brings up Desiree Holmes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Both runners go. Pitcher Renea Pridgeon waves off any play from her catcher. 2-1 the count now to Desiree Holmes. And Holmes is going to pick up a walk. And that'll bring up Allison Lopez. Lopez reached on a dropped strike 3. Seal told me her name is Speedy, and she proved it when she outran the throw. Too much of an arch, 2-0 to Lopez. And again, 3-0. Hits it right back to the pitcher. She can't hold on to it. But the play is made at third. Second out of the inning. But another run does score. Lincoln has tied it up. We are all even at 10.
Up to bat now is number 13, Janasi.
Runners both steal. And that's going to get hit foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3. They drop it, and she's going to reach. And another run's going to come in. Lincoln takes the lead. That'll bring up Iron Lincoln, who began the inning with an in-the-park home run. A little conversation on the mound between catcher Isis Montgomery and her pitcher, Renaya Pridgeon. That's up high. Santiago will steal second. Pops it up, it's going to land foul. Two and one the count. Lopez hungry for the last leg of the diamond. Hard hit the other way. They were expecting it to go to left field again, and it didn't. Goes to right center. She's coming to third, and they're going to hold her there. So Lincoln gets a triple and two more RBIs on the board. This brings up the top of the lineup for the Railsplitters, Davinae Holmes. She grounded out to first earlier in this inning. Now she grounds over to short, but she's got the legs. She's easily safe over on first with a single. I think she was running faster than the ball was traveling off that hit. Shortstop got it and was able to throw in time as quick as she could, but Holmes was practically at first by the time the ball got to her. Soraya Williams takes ball one. Davinae Holmes takes base two.
Sometimes you blink and they just teleport.
And Davinae Holmes going to go for three, and
Woo, she's safe.
they'll miss the catch, and she's going to come home. The third baseman over there, that was number 9. It's Michaela Whitaker. Just didn't seem like her heart was in it to make the catch because she knew it wasn't going to be the out, and then she missed it, and now another run scores. 2-1 the count to Williams.
Ooh.
Hard hit to left. It's going to drop for a base hit. It's at least one, and it is two. A stand-up double for Williams.
Leaving space for the next batter. Who is 23? Isabella Montez.
The cutoff. She's coming into third, and she will stay there. A stand-up triple. Another hit to left field. Another run going to score. Nazario rounding second, coming for third. And they will hold her there. Back-to-back triples for the Railsplitters.
Looks like someone turned on the ons button on the Railsplitters. Woo! That was very, very strong.
Rocky gonna strike out, but the damage done. Lincoln on top. I've got it at 15-10. Our scoreboard seems to say 17-10. We're gonna mute ourselves and count that up and have a little debate about it. And we'll be right back with the top of the third. Top of the third, 17-10 is your correct score.
I was right. I deserve cookies. Or food in general. I would accept anything.
For the record, I always bring snacks out for the media crew. I don't want anyone to think that Mancibo is starving next to me here. Food is available to her. I do appreciate her not crunching on the microphone in front of you.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
She did make contact, but didn't put it in play. This is number 29. That is Orlesia McBean. She's got a walk and a strikeout so far today. Two and one now to McBean.
How come 29 couldn't run? Was it because it didn't like go into the glove? Like the ball didn't go into the glove and she dropped it? Or McBean?
Oh, no, the ball bounced right in front of her and bounced foul before it rolled into play.
Oh.
On that first attempted hit. And McBean's going to pick up a walk.
Looks like they got the message and McBean left the bat. neatly placed. Who knows? She was probably marking her territory.
She was making sure not to make the same mistake twice. And that brings up Renaya Pridgeon, the pitcher for the Dutch women. I think that might be the first time I've seen that in a mascot. The E-Hall Dutchman is the mascot we're used to from their football team. This is the first time I've seen them change the gender by calling them the Dutch women. I'm used to them usually just adding the word lady in front of a mascot. The Lady Railsplitters, the Lady Golden Knights.
Lady Warriors.
Interesting way to change it up.
I've been meaning to ask you, what's the thing that they do with the bat when the tip of the bat touches the home plate? Or when they like put it out like a wand?
They use that partially for stretching, partially for spacing, making sure they're in the right position. Because if they can't hit the edge of the plate with the bat, they're standing too far away.
Oh.
And of course, it's always good to just keep on moving and keep the mobility and flexibility ready for the sudden movement of a swing.
Woo.
And caught at third. As anyone over the age of 40 will tell you, if you just get out there and start swinging a bat without stretching it out first, you're going to be hurting later.
So that's 2 outs because Davenay caught it.
Davenay caught it and made the first out, and because McBean had run from first, they were able to make the play at first as well. Runners are not allowed to run on a fly ball until it is caught, and that rolls foul.
Do you know if there has ever been instances where like a player would be like, no, it's not a foul, and just stay there?
No, you've got to listen to whatever the ump calls it as, whether you agree or not. That one clearly rolled back over the line. If a ball lands fair and rolls back over the line foul, it counts as foul, as long as it happens in the infield. In the outfield, if it lands fair, it doesn't matter if it rolls foul, it stays fair.
Ooh.
And that one bounces off her elbow. That's going to sting, but she does get a base from it. She'll be safe at first. So Leah Padilla
Did you hear
hit
one
by
of the
pitch.
parents? One of the parents claimed that it hit the bat.
Everyone's a critic. We do hope Padilla is okay. She seems to be all right now that she's over on first. It's got to sting when it happens, and she's going to steal second. No play will be made.
Oh.
Chops that one down. It's going to be fair. Lincoln will pick it up. Throws to first. Not in time. Runners safe. First and third. That was Michaela Whitaker picking up her third single of the day. She's 3 for 3. That'll bring up number 33, the Zarea Rosado. Rosado will take ball one. There's a strike to Rosado. That one's up over her head. It's going to get away from Carter, and the run will score. Runner going to third. And they get her because she over slides, and they make the tag out at third. She would have beaten the play if she had stayed, but Whitaker got a little too ambitious on the slide, pulled off the bag, and they make the play to get the third out of the inning.
Great hustle by the Lady Railsplitters.
So we move to the bottom of the third. About 30 minutes to play left here in Coney Island.
Already? It's been an hour and 30 minutes?
Yeah.
That went fast.
I would argue the longest part of the game was that first inning. I think Iron Lincoln would agree with me.
I think I'll agree too.
Erasmus put up, was it 9 runs, 10 runs in that first inning?
9. In the second inning, they were only able to do 1. Jeez, I sound like a robot sometimes. Last game, one of the umps, while they were switching the innings, one of the umps went to the mound and started pitching with one of the Railsplitters coaches as catcher. I've never seen that before. Have you?
No, I hope he stretched first.
I guess that's why he was limping after.
Angelina Podolsky-Carter, senior catcher, has reached twice today, once with a single, once on, well, she didn't reach the first one. She's had 2 singles, but she turned the wrong way after she ran the first one and got tagged out. Still counts as a single, just very unfortunate base running.
She turned the wrong way.
Now, literally, if she had turned around to the right, she's safe.
Ooh, look
And
at
she
that.
hits that one over to the third. The throw is in time. First base is the only base a batter is allowed to overrun because you're sprinting towards it. And the rule is you can overrun it, but then you have to turn right out of play. If you turn left, you are still able to be tagged out because you're turning towards second base like you're still an active base runner. Podolsky-Carter turned left her first at bat. And so they were able to tag her out because she had overrun the base and she was so far off it. If she had turned right, she could have just casually walked back to the base and been perfectly fine. Desiree Holmes now. She's reached twice today, a double and a walk in the first and second innings, respectively. She puts it in play to short. Picked up, thrown, safe.
Oh. Ooh. Looks like Allison ran, trying to hurry up Desiree, and was told that it was a foul ball.
And she puts that into play.
Ooh.
They'll make the out at first. Desiree does advance to second. This brings up Santiago. Holmes will steal third. Ball two. Swing and a miss, strike two. Genesi Santiago. Full count. And that one's going to be a little too high. She's going to walk. That'll bring up Iron Lincoln. 2 for 2 with a home run and a triple today. First, that home run went to deep left. The triple went to right center, so the outfield has no idea what to do with her. Could see them trying to adjust, and that one's going to right.
Ooh.
Oh, and it was almost caught. She's going to drop it. They're sending her to third, and it's another triple, and 2 runs will score. That'll bring up the top of the order again, Davonay Holmes. And that's hard hit. It's going to drop for another base hit and another RBI. Lincoln up 20-11 off the RBI single from Davenet Holmes. Holmes had a single her last at bat and then managed to steal her way all the way to home. As she steals her way to second, and Williams takes ball one. Williams swing and a miss, strike two. Davenet steals third. This is strangely familiar.
Deja vu.
A little bit.
Ooh.
Too high, it's a ball, and that one's going to get away. Davenet Holmes steals home. Second time in a row.
That was an interference since the catcher, stood right in front of it, tried blocking it.
It is the catcher's job to block her from getting to the plate, but since she didn't have the ball, it didn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
If the catcher had prevented her from touching home plate while waiting for the ball, and then the ball came, they would have had to tag her safe.
Oh, okay. All right, up to bat, number 23, Isabella Montez.
Williams got a walk. Williams steals second. Williams steals third. Montez waits for her pitch. Home run and an RBI so far today for the junior. Fouls that one back. Three and one to Montez. Wallops it down the third base line. Third baseman will hit it down. One run will score, and Montez gets an RBI single.
Ooh.
Another big hit from Nazario. She is rounding third, and it's going to be a two-run homer.
Up to bat is number 33.
33. That's a completely new number for me. So they take out Rocky Gibson. They put in Muslima Umerzakova.
Number 33 runs to first base. And a save. Hesitates to run to second base.
Happy to get the one.
Sometimes you just have to have one. Oh, and she steals second. She steals second. It's like my T just went away. Woo!
Podolsky Carter runs herself backwards so she doesn't have to turn. Gets herself an RBI single.
On the other hand, number 33 wasn't tagged when the shortstop had the ball. Runs to third and made it home, giving us another point.
Woo! Look at that hit.
That was strong.
Desanay Holmes sends that to the outfield.
Now up to bat number 24, Allison. Ooh. Angie slides home, giving us another point. Making it 26-11. "22 runs over the ball." I like that jump. That was fun. Oh. All right, up to bat is number 13, Janasi. Huh. Speedy lives up to her name and runs all the way to second.
And a strikeout for Santiago is going to end the third inning. Lincoln now up 27-11 as we enter the top of the fourth.
Mr. A, did you ever play baseball?
Only when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
So Little League?
Yeah, T-ball and then 1 or 2 seasons of baseball. I was a catcher and I was not very good at it. As a catcher, you have one really big job.
And that's the catch?
Yeah, that's the one. And as you might imagine, in Little League, the pitches are often not right there in the middle of the plate. I wasn't very good at catching them when they weren't. I don't even remember if I was very good at catching them when they were. So.
I remember my little brother, he used to play T-ball in Jersey. He would refuse to get on the pitch. I believe he was pitcher. No, actually he was playing first base. Yeah, he was first baseman, and he would cry. And eventually they stopped taking him to T-ball. But then, to continue the story, he found his profound love for soccer because of me. I am proud to say that I persuaded him to go away from T-ball and enter soccer, and now he is following my footsteps and playing the goalkeeper for his school. So yeah, very proud of him. However, he does tell me once in a while that he wishes to play second baseman for his school, but unfortunately he missed tryouts.
Bring up Zaria Rosado, who was the last at bat back in the third inning. A tag out ended that inning, and so she gets another chance here. The coach is just confirming that real quick.
The exact same information? Oh, okay. Quick question, are you ever allowed to run back to the home plate?
Like if you've been running towards first? No.
Yeah. No?
If you've left home, the only place to go is first. With the rest of the bases, you can always run back as long as there isn't another runner being forced to run to it.
Oh. Did they switch batters?
They did just switch batters. I think they decided that the other batter did get out. So they keep the same count. They keep the ball, so now it's 1-1.
Ooh.
But now the batter is Anila Fontanelle. Hey, you know, whatever. Oh, That would have been a ball. She turned it into a foul.
Just. Effortlessly.
And there is strike 3. And actually, that's not number. I thought that was Anila Fontanelle, number 13, but I think that's not number 18, who is Donica Haynes.
Now up to bat is number 20. Layla Mesador. Do you ever have to practice last names and names in your head before you say them?
Before I say them, I always try to figure out what I'm going to say out loud so I'm not sounding them out on the microphone. We unfortunately don't get a phonetic key with all of our players, so we do the best we can and apologize to those players who we get wrong.
Ooh.
And Mesador is going to take one on the ankle. So she'll go to first. And that'll bring up number 11, Isis Montgomery. Montgomery pops it up in the direction of first, and it's going to roll foul. Strike 1.
Wait, it's counted as a strike?
Yes, fouls count as strikes until you have 2 strikes.
Oh.
So you can't strike out on a foul ball, but you can attain your first 2 strikes with them.
Interesting. I've been here 3 to 4 games, and I'm always learning something new.
Runner goes. The throw and tag both in time.
What a great play.
Hits it right back to Iron. She makes the play.
And that's the end of it.
And yeah, that's how this one's going to end. As we've hit the end of the 4th inning with a 15-run, at least 15-run lead. Final score, 27-11. Great job by the Railsplitters. Congratulations to their seniors. We want to shout them out. That's Rocky Gibson, Davinae Holmes, Madison Myers, Angelina Podolsky-Carter, Janice Santiago. Great game by all of them.
And Iron Lincoln.
And Iron Lincoln.
You can't
How did
forget
I
the pitcher.
skip that one? Iron Lincoln with her home run and two RBI triples.
This was a great game.
So we want to thank you for joining us all season long. There will be playoff softball and baseball for the Railsplitters, but the schedules aren't out yet. We don't know if we'll be home to stream those for you, but of course, if the games are here, so shall we. Thank you, Sewell, for being here.
No problem.
For everybody here at Abraham Lincoln High School, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. I'm Peter Andrus, and we will see you next time.